And no, this is not some kind of like bullshit. And not something that's gonna just annoy us. Kate and Jimbo. We wanna see a bit of football chat, not like the rest of the other football crap. Hey, we wanna get it with the realness. So, baby, Kate and Jimbo.
Welcome back to Kate and Jimbo. It is Friday the 3rd of July. It's all happening at Spurs. We're signing players hand over fist. We're throwing money around. We're making it rain and it feels so good. Not to the rivals though, because they are rattled. They're rattled. You know, how can Tottenham after two 17th place finishes spend all this money? How can Tottenham not be in breach of PSR? All the things you rivals mocked us for, the go-karts, the NFL, the concerts, finally coming to fruition in this transfer window. And we will be looking at that today, talking about Tonali's arrival and also the prospect of Cody Gakpo, Rafael, Junior Krupi, all these names that are being thrown around at the minute. But Jimbo, firstly, diddly doodly, how are you doing?
Very happy. Watching lots of videos on other supporters melting down. I understand why. Is it because they're scared that we're well, when we had that team under Poch, we were fighting for stuff, weren't we? Champions League final, fighting for the Premiership. Maybe they're getting nervous, and especially with a manager like De Zerbi and all these quality players coming in. Looks like more to come. I mean, I've never seen fan bases that ain't Spurs so rattled, honestly. They're having pure meltdowns. And now they're even questioning how we're spending this money. I mean, that is just hilarious.
I know. I mean, it's been a long time coming, but finally Spurs are acting like a big club.
Old Gabby had a meltdown on TalkSport.
It's not fair. It's not fair, though. It's not fair. It's not fair. Before we delve into all today's talking points, let's have a look who's in the chat. We've got Steve FC, big up to you. We've got Malcolm Mannon saying, nice to see you all. Nice to see you too. We've got Paul G in the house saying, what on earth is happening at Spurs? We've got Paul G as well, member for 26 months. Proper loyalty that. Big up to you. Says Fernandes, Tonali. Who's next? Indeed, who is going to be next? Spurs agree deal for Tonali. He can be an important player. Exactly, Steve. Absolutely, he can. Media, big up Adrian. Says media in a meltdown over Spurs spending on players, but quiet over Man City paying 116 million for Elliot Anderson, whilst having 115 pending charges. Should we add? Yeah, look,
that is so spot on, Kate. Absolutely spot on.
Yeah. First of all, obviously, I'm going to go through Tonali, go through the partnership that they can have with Fernandes, going to go through all that. But first of all, there's only one place to start, and that is this agenda, this media outrage, shall we say, that Tottenham are overpaying for players. You know, everyone's saying it. Except Mark Goldbridge, to be fair. Mark Goldbridge hasn't said it. He said Tonali was a good price. But generally, the consensus is Tottenham are overpaying for players. Now, I went on Sean's just as the bomber dropped about Tonali and said, look, we finished 17th. You know, we might have a lovely stadium, but we've got no European football. We aren't as attractive as some other teams. So we have to put up the money. What's your view on it, Jimbo? Are we being taken for a ride? Is it desperation or is it just the market?
Well, I kind of learnt my lesson, Kate, because when Arsenal bought Declan Rice, I said this the other day, right? I laughed and I thought, how have they ever paid £105 for Declan Rice? But he has earned his money back for that club time and time again, right? Champions League final, they've won the Premiership. I mean, he's a massive, massive part of that. You know, take him out of that team and it loses something huge. So he was worth every penny. So I had to eat my words on that. So it's hard to say until they kick in at Spurs and we see how they do. Who are we, or is anyone else to say they're too expensive? Right? Tonali, they wouldn't budge on 100 million, so we give it to them. Fernandes, they wouldn't budge on 85, so Tottenham give it to them. So it's not what we think; it's what the club think because it's their money. I mean, why all of a sudden in this day and age is everyone so fixated on the price of players and if they're worth it? If they're worth it to the club, then that's all that matters. We're not paying it. Tottenham are paying it. De Zerbi wants the players. So they've coughed up the money. So I mean, only time will tell if they're worth it. But obviously, De Zerbi thinks they're worth it because he's given the green light to buy them. So.
Yeah, big up Luke Dan. Good to see you, my friend. Luco's
Right,
here
Dave.
as well. We've also got Clay saying, good afternoon, you lovely people. Isn't life so much better when you splash the cash on quality and proven players? Alex Cook has previously said Spurs to beat Man United for Fernandes is like a puppy. No, it wasn't Alex Cook. It was actually Goldbridge who said it. There is confirmation that we've got Tonali. I know the club hasn't done the official announcement, but let's be fair, the medical's been done. It's any time, it's imminent, it's going to be today. So there we go. I mean, Manchester United stepped away from Mateus Fernandes because, according to certain Man United fans, he was too expensive. But I think a lot of it is that they couldn't pay up front like we could. However, they're now moving to Alex Scott, who Bournemouth have come out and said is going to cost 85 million. So it's the same amount of money. And as much as I rate Scott, I think Fernandes is a better player.
Well, I mean, that's that again. It remains to be seen which one kicks in better for their club, right? I mean, I love Fernandes. You know, when we was watching West Ham, which we watched a lot of West Ham because they were our rivals in the relegation battle. So we watched. And what did I say to you? The two players on their team I would love is Somerville and Fernandes. A player is worth what a club will pay for him and what he's worth to the club. If Tottenham didn't think he was worth that money and he was a £50 million player, then I'm sure they wouldn't have given 35 million over the top. You know, people are saying he's worth 70 million. So we've gone out for once and splashed that bit extra cash to get him. So I mean, I wouldn't think any Spurs fans out there are moaning about the money. They're just happy to get the.
They are.
Oh, well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, we moan and moan and moan. All Spurs fans, right? All Spurs fans moan. We lost Grealish for an extra 5 million. We lost this player for an extra 5 million. That player for an extra 2 million. That player for an extra 10 million. You can't have it both ways. I am absolutely over the moon, right? And I couldn't be happier. And I don't give a shit to what price they paid that we've got these players in. That's me.
Adrian says Savinho will be next. I don't think we signed Savinho. Now, there is a tiny bit of hopium in there because I do not want this guy. I've made no bones about it the whole window. I don't want him. I think if we're going to get someone from City, it's going to be Marmoush. And I still think Cody Gakpo and Marmoush are the two we're going to get in. That Savinho thing, Jim, it was building momentum. Everyone was talking about it. And then it's just stopped. There's no news. I
think Tottenham are trying to get him for between 40 and 50 million. I think that's why it's slowed down. But I mean, I like Savinho. I think that he'd be a different animal under De Zerbi. I do. I think De Zerbi would bring the best out in him. He loves to go past players. And he can cross the ball. There's no argument about that. People don't want him because he doesn't score enough goals. But I'm sure under De Zerbi that'll change. I like him personally. You know, if we don't get him, I ain't going to sit here and cry, but I don't really cry about any players if we don't get him.
If De Zerbi thinks he's the guy, then fine, but I just don't think he is. And I don't think he is the guy. I think it's a bit of a smokescreen going on. Big up to Star saying, Kate and Jimbo, come on, you Gunners. Good to see you making the use of your members chat. Steve says, be good when league is back. I know we have World Cup, but club football is the best. Yeah, although what a goal by Porro yesterday. He's actually the highest rated defender, I think, in the World Cup so far.
Is
he's
he?
got the highest rating.
And he belongs to us.
Superb goal from him yesterday. Absolute bullet header. Always good to see our players doing well. Pedro Porro is the highest rated defender so far with a rating of 8.44. Yeah, I knew I'd read it somewhere. So big up to Pedro. Yes, we overpaid, but that's the only way we were going to get these players in. Yeah, and a lot of people saying they're mercenaries, but this is football. It's all about the money, money, money. It has been for a while. And Tottenham have finally got on the bus and joined in. Sorry. 8 users in the house saying, I don't care what our club spends. This is long overdue for us fans, especially when we've been getting it in the neck from rivals. I am over the moon. Anyone not happy, you will never be happy. That's how I feel. I can't believe there's some fans saying, some YouTubers saying, we've overpaid, we're being taken for a ride. Who cares? Who gives them money?
I checked my bank account, nothing's gone out of it. So 8 meters paid towards it. So why should I be bothered?
Yeah, and we've still got 250 million left to spend. It's not like we've left ourselves with no money for the forward line. So I think people sometimes just love to err on the side of negativity, just love to moan and have something to have an agenda about. And do you know what? That's fine, but you do that over here because we're in our happy bubble over here. Thank you very much. Andy Bay says, afternoon, you lovely couple. Who stole Tottenham? I don't know, but I'm loving it. Come on, you Spurs. This is what we want. We want the good vibes. Al Morgan says, could we rely on Cody Gakpo? Listen, his stats are brilliant. I don't think he's been utilised in the correct way at Liverpool. I don't think they're getting the best out of this guy. I would rather him than Sabinho. I also like the look of Rafa Leao, which obviously we all know he's a great player, but he'll only be on a loan. I just am not.
Yeah, but they might be able to get. Sorry, they might be able to get an option to buy in there, Kate. You never know.
Yeah, and the thing with Gakpo is he's Premier League proven as well. So I just personally think that's who's going to come through the door. I think it's going to be Gakpo and Marmoush, the 2 forwards. But you know, we'll see. Could be wrong. Afternoon, Gary Ball says, afternoon, how's the loveliest YouTube couple? We're good, thank you. Just back. Sign of getting old. Jim had the doctors this morning. I had the doctors this afternoon. And then we took a lovely romantic trip to the pet shop. What a day. But hey, we can smile because Tottenham are making moves. Adrian says, Savinho is left-footed. We'll stretch the width of the pitch with your doggy. If that's what we want, that's fine. Big up Henry over on X says, how you finding the transfer window, Kate? Can you drop us any exclusive bombers? No, like I say, it's just my personal feeling. I think Savinho is a smokescreen and it will be Marmoush, and I think it will be Gakpo that we get for the wing. But that's not a bomber, that's a Kate's feeling in her water. Jimbo, have you got any idea what you think will be the forward and the winger that we bring in?
Do you know what? I'm not sure the way we're going about our business, right? I would love the guy from Bournemouth. What's his name?
Junior.
Who's the kid from? I'd love to get him. I was watching highlight reels of him today, and he looks like a proper goal scorer, right? And in the right team, I think this guy would get you over 20 goals a season. He looks really, really sharp. And he works hard as well. I would love to get him. But look, I'm just leaving it to them, and I'll be happy whoever they bring in because De Zerbi knows who he wants and what he wants. And he's shown so far that he's not buying mugs, he's buying proper footballers, Prem proven. And I'm just on cloud 9 enjoying it, you know. And I'm going to say it on here, I don't give a shit. If we buy the right forwards, right, and a winger, the right winger, we'll be fighting for the title. No, we will be fighting for the title. Spurs are on their way back up. Well, defence we've got, the midfield we've got. You forget we've got Kulu, we've got Kudus, we've got Madders, Xavi to come back. Look, it's going to be a strong squad. We're going to be bringing players off the bench, you know, and thinking it's like we'll be fighting for that 100% top 4. And if it all goes according to plan with one game a week, well, maybe we'll even be fighting for the title. Who knows?
I am a little bit sad for Paulinho, but he's looking at building a squad, and we all know that Paulinho was only going to be for a short time because of his age. But it's a shame he didn't get the hero's goodbye that he deserved, because he was instrumental in keeping us up. Yes, Gary, I think we need to do a protest. Where's the Bombers? What's going on? Good afternoon to you, Sully. I hope you're well. It's really good to see you. Hope everything's good with you. Oh, it's James Bond. I'm just rocking my new name for the summer, being a champion. Okay, big up James Bond.
Right,
Typical
James.
spy, that is, going undercover. We've also got a super sticker. Big up Andy for the super sticker. It is a little lemon dancing. So thank you very much for the donate to the channel.
Thank you, Andy.
Very much appreciated indeed. Clay says we're not coming from a position of strength, so if you want your first choice, you more than likely will overpay. We are not the first to do it, and we won't be the last. It's what the big boys do. Yeah, but the way people are talking, you'd think we're the only team ever to have ever done it in the whole world, because apparently we're being mugged off left, right and centre. But you know what? We don't care. We're just sitting here like, just make it rain, Enoch. Just keep making it rain with all that money. Lovely. Big up to the gorgeous Lisa Davis. Said, just got it from work and chilling with my gorgeous friends. Much love. Looking forward to seeing you next season. Big up to Pony. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Big up to the Stoic as well. Money left to spend plus income from sales. If this is the new Spursy, then bring it on. Yes, we're redefining
Love it.
in the term Spursy. Mel says, can we love positive? It's not often we spend this kind of money. That's right. Let's have it.
I mean, how nice, how nice, right? I woke up this morning, I said to Kate, we're streaming today. She said, yeah, 3 o'clock. And I felt good. I want to stream. I want to talk about Tottenham. I want to see all these comments, all these positive comments in there. It just puts us on a high. We deserve this as Spurs fans. We've suffered enough. Let's enjoy this. Let's ride the wave.
If you cannot be positive now, football is not for you. Go and watch something else. James Bond saying, don't listen to him, Kate. I'd love it if Arsenal spent 185 million on Bruno Guimaraes and Barcola. Yeah, it looks like Barcola's linked to Liverpool now. I really thought he'd end up at Arsenal, but I mean, there's a few clubs interested, but I keep hearing Liverpool as being the front runners. But will Newcastle let Bruno Guimaraes go? They're literally losing all of their players.
Everyone. Yeah,
have you heard the rumour regarding Leao being offered to Spurs? Yeah, look, great player. Really, really good player. I'd like the deal if it's with an option to buy. I don't want it just to be a loan. So I think that's exciting. But I still am sticking to I think it's going to be Cody Gakpo and Marmoush, but I would take Rafa Leao in a heartbeat. Can't keep Paulinho with our 2 latest signings and no European football. An embarrassment of riches, unfortunately. Shame, because we both owe a big debt to him. Yeah, it'll be forever Spurs for sure.
I mean,
Rudolph.
Sorry, Carl. I just read a report that while I was sitting on the phone while I was waiting for us to go on, that De Zerbi's going to talk to Rafael. That he's going to have a chat with him. So we'll see.
Well, if anyone can sell a project, it seems to be that man. So we shall see what happens. I'm annoyed Spence is blamed for the DR Congo goal. The centre-backs went AWOL. Spence at least got back and pushed their player wide. Then Pickford was beaten near the post. Spence went forward well. At right back, why? I think, did I fall asleep during England? I can't even remember. I just can't get into this World Cup. I'm not going to lie. The only game I've watched in full was France, and they were magnifico. But I'm certainly not getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning to watch it.
We got cold early, didn't we?
Yeah. I'm with Jim. We were positive about staying up. You were. Bournemouth Radamant Krupi isn't leaving, but they have just bought another forward. But I personally, like I say, I don't think he'll be the guy. Big up. Always loved your opinions and news. Big up. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, I think if you offer them the right money, they'll let him go. A club like Bournemouth, if they say they got 80, 90 million for him, if Spurs went in and offered that, I think that, imagine what the Bournemouth could do with that. So I think they will sell him.
We shall see. Big up El Dante, member for 25 months. Thank you so much. Said Palhinha should have been our player of the season. Yeah, I think I agree with that. And yeah, thank you, Palhinha, but upgrades are necessary. Outgoings, not really. I mean, you would expect Dragusin to go, you would expect Romero to go, you would expect Sal to go. I mean, Sal's deleted his Instagram today. You would expect probably Bergvall maybe to go on loan. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. But Ben Jacobs said just so there's going to be quite a few outgoings for Spurs. So, yeah, bring it on. Big up to you, Darren D'Souza, as well. Big up, El Dante. Everyone's been so nice today. Thanks, Kate and Jim, for all that you do for this channel and the Spurs community. Love to you both. Life been kicking my ass, but at least we have some Spurs positivity. El Dante, our email's on our page, just a girl who loves Spurs at gmail.com. Always reach out. Plenty of people do. If you need a chat, we're always here for you. Thank you for your kind words. And thank you to everyone. The 100%. Channel's really going well at the minute. It's really, really doing well. We finished 19th for the month. In the top 100 Spurs YouTubers, which is a record for us. So thank you so much for your support and for just being amazing. We've got the best community ever. I don't care what anyone says. Big up A user says, I'm loving the rivals pundits at meltdown. Come on, you Spurs. This is for rival and pundit tears. Even Simon Jordan's going in on Tottenham. The man who's been slagging us off for years for not buying properly, now saying that we haven't got a clue what we're doing.
And thanks
Honestly,
thanks for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you, A user. Thank you so much. Big up to Leo.
Right, Leo. I was going to say, just before you read this one, Simon Jordan a few weeks ago or a few months ago was saying that we don't spend enough to get the big players over the line, that we miss out over penny pinching. And now he's moaning because we're spending money buying the players. You can't win, can you?
Yeah. Big up, Leo. Hope you're well, my homie. Good to see you. Clay says, Krupi and Marmouche or Gakpo. Krupi, the priority, is a real young talent. Yeah. Look, we're being linked to some really exciting players, which is amazing. By the way, Savinho is covered for Kudos. Okay. The Stoic says, over the barren seasons, we sowed the seeds for financial stability and De Zerbi's now reaping the harvest, sour grapes and the rest because they didn't plan ahead. Yeah, as someone said on X yesterday, thank you to all yous that attended Beyonce's concert, that went to the NFL, that paid to go to the boxing just to chant We Hate Tottenham, that paid £13 for a Levy hot dog. All this money is now in the pot and Tottenham are absolutely living their best life. Big up, lovely Lou. I hope you're feeling better today. Good to see you, my love. John's here, says, big up Kate and Jimbo. A great time to be a Spurs fan for a change. Just hoping Tonali's past is behind him and under control. Also, will there be an ENIC in protest? I said that to Jimbo yesterday, funny. Yeah, I think that with any player that's had an addiction, I think if they've got help and they're sorted, people need to move on from it. I can understand the Newcastle fans being a little bit battered because they stood by him, but football's football. It is a business at the end of the day, and their careers are so long.
And look, I've had addictions, and I've got over them and sorted myself out. So I'm sure he can. And look, people are saying Tottenham and Newcastle, it's a step sideways for him. It's not a step sideways, right? It's a step up. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a massive step up, but it's a step up. Where have Newcastle been for the last 20 years, right? To where we've been, you know, they was in the Championship as well. So it is a step up. And there's no disrespect for Newcastle, but we're a bigger club than them in every way. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I don't, but we are, you know, simple as that. Like we're like United used to be a bigger club than us. It seems like not now. We're taking the players they want. I love it. No, you know what I mean. They're a bigger club than us for sure. So you just have to know where you are in the food chain.
And Paulinia has written a message to Spurs fans. He's put, "Dear Coys, I'm writing this message with heartfelt gratitude for all the kindness and support you've always shown me throughout my time at this special club. Representing Tottenham has had a profound impact on my life, not only professionally, but also personally, and it is something I will carry with me forever. I always tried to repay in the best way I could all the affection, respect and trust that you showed me both on and off the pitch. As I've said before, what truly defines a great institution and a great football club is its supporters. Players, managers and directors come and go, but the fans remain. You are the ones who kept the flame of this club burning season after season. I could not leave without expressing my special thanks to my teammates, the club's directors, the fitness coaches, the entire medical staff, and especially my dear Alessandra Massimi. London gave me more than a professional career. It gave me two homes that I will forever carry in my heart. With the utmost respect and gratitude, I say goodbye to all of you. Thank you so much." I'm not crying, you're crying. That's so sad. I did love Paulinia, but what a class.
Yeah, he's a good
What
what a character.
on that man. Yeah, absolute class message. Big up to Ben and Brian for the raid, by the way. Good afternoon,
gents.
Colin. Good afternoon, Dan. Hope you're well. Gabby losing it was a Kevin Keegan moment. Yeah, how many times did he say, "Yeah, but it's not fair, though. Yeah, but it's not fair. Yeah, but it's not fair." It's like, well, life ain't fair. Get over it. Vic,
Look.
Radu, Romero, Charles, Solanke, Sell. I don't think Solanke's going, but hey, the others, yes. Go on, Jim.
Well, I was going to say the Tottenham. I mean, we was lucky with Levy. Like, no matter what anybody thinks of Levy, we was lucky. He built that stadium at the right time, right? The timing of building that stadium was spot on. If you used to build that stadium now, it cost you twice as much, right? And it's not our fault that they done it right, Tottenham, with the stadium and all the concerts, NFL. They got it all right, and they can't. People like Gabby Gondor cannot blame us for that, right? It's down to his club. If they want to get a bigger revenue, then they got to change things. You know, it's just the way it is. We laid out. Spurs laid out the money. They took a chance and laid out over $1 billion to do it.
I've never had an email from you, by the way, Tottenham Therapy, ever. I've replied to everyone I get. I had one the other day from an Arsenal fan. I always reply, Jim will tell you, but I've never, ever received an email from you. But go on, Jim, was you still talking? Sorry. Yeah,
and I was just saying, if they want to up their revenue, then they got to change things. I think they are working on their stadium at the minute to make it bigger. So, but it's just the way it is. I mean, we've done things the way we've done it, and now we're reaping the rewards of that. But we have. How long's the stadium been built? 5 years. Poch was here.
6. Is it 6 or 7?
Yeah, and this is the first time we've really splashed the cash like this. So it took 6 years to get it. But I did say to you, Kate, didn't I, when they built it, it'd take a few years before we see any reward from it.
Big up, Stephen, and welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy our content. Good to see you. Lou saying, I think you're doing a fab job, unfortunately, talking about our signings. We have to thank Levy. It's the only thing he got right. Yeah, it's funny because Levy got us into this position where we can spend, but if Levy was still here, we wouldn't be spending this. So it's
probably not. But I mean, look, Simon Jordan was saying, right, if the owners of Tottenham would have given permission to spend more, then he would have probably done it. So he was kind of passing the buck onto the owners again. But it's just, look, it's strange to me that I'm going to say it, that they get rid of Levy and things start to change. Maybe it was going to happen even if we didn't nearly get relegated. Who knows? But I think that nearly getting relegated really give them the kick up the backside they needed. Yeah.
Big up, Anonymous Hero says, new subscriber, found your channel refreshing. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. Steve says, I once made Simon Jordan a coffee and gave it to him in a Tottenham mug. He didn't notice at first until we were in mid-conversation and laughed when he eventually noticed. He's an all right guy. I actually really like him. And since Daniel Levy's gone, he seems to have a bit of a vendetta
He seems a bit,
against Spurs.
yeah, he seems a bit bitter against Tottenham, doesn't he?
Yeah. Come on down to Kate and Jimbo. We're getting funky. That's us, Luke. That's us. Kate and Jimbo, would you take Eli Junior Krupa? Yes, we would. We like
100%.
him.
I would say if it was me buying the players, he'd be my next buy.
Yeah. Kate and Jim, what do you think of Simon Jordan's comments? He said Spurs don't know what they're doing. Look, I rung up last year and said there's no football brains at this club. We don't know what we're doing. So I can't completely disagree with him. However, I think De Zerbi is a massive football brain, and I think he's got a massive part in what's going on at Spurs. So in that respect, I think he's wrong. But I also think that Vinay really doesn't have a clue, and I don't think Lang's up to standard either. Anything you want to add to that, Jimbo?
No, I mean, if they do or don't know what they're doing, it's obviously like them not picking the players. It's only them that's saying, yeah, you can buy them. So look, it's the market now, okay? We've paid 237 or something for 6 players, and all of them top players. You know, I know that Robertson's getting on a bit, but what he's going to bring in the dressing room, you can't buy it, and his experience, and the goalkeeper, the second goalkeeper now, I mean, very, very experienced. So, but when you talk about Senesi, Van Hecke, Tonali, Fernandes, I mean, look, that's 4 additions that we could only dream of a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah. No, I will not be doing a watch along. I will not even be getting up for England at that time. If I am awake, which is quite possible because I don't sleep very well, I will watch it. But a watch along, trust me, you do not want to see me at 1 o'clock in the morning. It is not a pretty sight. Big up Hoover says we've bought some very good footballers. The price don't matter to me. Very happy so far, but ENIC needs to consistently buy high quality players. Years I trust them. I agree.
Absolutely spot on.
What is it? One swallow doesn't make a summer. Is that right? Big up to you, John, over on X. Good to see my friend. Top guy, Paulini. The club should invite him back to say goodbye properly, even if we can't sign him. He was instrumental in keeping us up. This should be acknowledged by the clubs and supporters. Yeah, I agree. Then again, we don't really give our players good send-offs, no matter how long they've been there. So, yeah, I thought it was 2019, so 7 years. I thought it was 20.
And we're only just weeping the walls.
But
look, you could see that was going to happen because Arsenal built their stadium, and it was a good few years before they started reaping the rewards on that. And look where they are now. Have you froze or are you pretending, you bitch?
No, I froze. My internet dropped.
Are you freezing, Kate? Kate? Oh, it's only me. Oh, this should be fun. Me running the channel. Right, where are we going? Let's have a party. Where was we?
I'm back. Jim, can you hear me? Jimbo.
Are you back?
I think so. Am I lagging or what?
I can't get the comments up for some. I don't know, is it you or me? I don't know, but I can't seem to get the comments up for some reason. Have you took the power off me?
Clay Tinsley. Jim, can you hear me? Can you just tell me if you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Right, I think I'm lagging a little bit, but it should sort itself out. 19th, top 10 for me, Kate and Jimbo, lovely, and so have proper fans in the chat. Always enjoy listening and chatting with you about our shared passion. Thank you, Clay. I watched the video that Levy said he would leave Spurs financially secure for further generations. Good afternoon to you, Joe Beasley. Good to see you. Good afternoon, Cyril McCoys. Good to see you, my friend. And the bum man's here as well. Hey, question for you. If we had Prime, Kane and Son, we win the league. Too early. Don't know what other teams are going to do yet. But I would love to have Kane back in that team. Paul says, I bought a Harry Kane tea tray online. It carries 10 mugs. Yes, Mama Flossie, what is going on with United? They're literally selling everyone. I don't know what is going on with your club. I said I think Gakpo will be next. But we'll see. It may be Krupi. We'll see. I'm excited, whoever it is. Let me just have a look. I'm trying to get through all the comments because I have got some stuff to talk about. Big up Budge, big up Benny. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it, my love. Is it true that the work leaver did put us in this position? Oh, it is true that the work leaver did put us in this position. But if you'd just done this when Kane and Sonny were at their prime, think of where we could have been. I can't forgive him. I get that, but I also look at it that he spent all that money on the stadium and it's only now Arsenal in the same position. It took them 8 years from building the stadium before they fully invested. So maybe there is a bit of that. I still don't think Levy would have spent what we've spent.
Well, the thing to do now, right, is not look back and look forward, right? Because it looks like we're going into a new era now. So what's past is past. It's no good us sitting here whinging about Levy or about we didn't do this or we've just had a massive escape from relegation. So now we've spent, look, Lou's just put 237 million is including add-ons as well. So it works even less for 6 players. Excellent work. So let's look forward now. Who cares about what happened last year or the year before?
Yeah. Please do like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's appreciated. Hi, Princess Kate Sajimba. Hope you're good. We're good. Hope your mum are well, Shem. Good to see my friend. Agreed, Jim. Who cares about leaving? Yeah. Right. I've done a little bit of obviously Tonali. We haven't got the club announcement, the unveiling as of yet, but it does look extremely likely that that's imminent. So what have Tonali and Fernandes brought to Spurs? Well, we've got a pair that bring control, energy and creativity, something that we've lacked in the midfield for several seasons. Tonali's strengths are he's an elite ball progressor, strong in duels, excellent at winning second balls, leadership and composure, another thing that De Zerbi seems to be putting a lot of focus on, buying leaders, Premier League experience as well as Serie A and international experience, knows when to slow the game down and when to speed up attacks with a big game mentality, which has been proven at the highest level. I think anything else you want to add to his strengths there, Jimbo?
His long ball passing. Oh my God. I haven't really heard anyone talk about that. If you watch his long ball passing, right, it's absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's
that's
absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a good one. Then we've got Fernandes' strengths coming in. We've got his biggest strength is ball carrying, something De Zerbi wants from all his players by all accounts. We've got ball carrying defenders now. He drives past players with the ball, plays creative passes aggressively, extremely athletic, which is something that they're going to need to be because he's going to have them running around, because of the style of play. Covering huge distances, ideal for De Zerbi ball, comfortable in tight spaces and doesn't panic under pressure. At just 21, he has the ability to become one of Europe's top midfielders. And I don't think that's a stretch to say that. Jim, am I overhyping him, or do you see that he's very complete?
His awareness of people around him, where to pass to, is second to none, right? And if you watch him, he draws players into him, right, and then just loses them in a flash. I'm so excited to see these two working together. it's going to be an absolute match made in heaven.
Yeah, my next one was the perfect pairing, funnily enough. Together they complement each other because Tonali provides the control, defensive balance and experience, whilst Fernandes provides driving runs, flair, attacking threat. Against teams that sit deep, Fernandes' creativity and dribbling will become especially important, whilst Tonali will maintain the control behind him. For a De Zerbi team that wants to dominate possession, they are an excellent fit. And with players like Van Hecke behind them and attacking options ahead of them, which obviously we don't know who that's going to be yet, Tottenham's spine suddenly looks so much stronger. Tonali is the conductor, whilst Fernandes is the accelerator. Together, they could transform Spurs from a reactive side into a side that completely controls the game. I mean, that is music to my ears, Jimbo. Music to my ears, because how often have we said we're reactive and we don't take the ball by the horns, if you like?
Yeah, and his tackling, Fernandes' tackling is unbelievable. I mean, he knows how to get the ball off people. I can see that now. It's the ceiling could go anywhere with this kid.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I think he's got the right manager as well, Kate.
Yeah.
I think the De Zerbi will make him into a lot better player.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
All right, AJ.
Huh?
I said all right to AJ.
Will De Zerbi play at 3 at the back? I mean, look, it's going to be interesting to see what he does. Obviously, big up Phil Coyce. I haven't seen you for ages. He probably will, but he does it like fluidly. He sort of changes it. It's like a 3-2-5, 4-2-3-1. He changes it depending on opposition and the way it goes. So I don't think, he might start with a 3-4-3 and then 3-4-2-1. I think we're going to see all sorts from De Zerbi, myself. Obviously, we've got a plethora of centre-backs now to choose from. Not Vuskovic, though. He used 3-4-2-1 the most at Brighton. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It'd be interesting to see, because obviously none of us have really seen De Zerbi ball, because the whole focus last season was just staying up. So we didn't get to see De Zerbi ball. Plus, we've got, like I say, a whole new spine to the team now. So we'll have to see how it goes. Seville says, now we mainly need a left winger striker and someone that can play across all the front three. Yeah. I mean, there's names being thrown about left, right, and centre in there, Jim. We're being linked to so many different players. I mean, even James Trafford came out, a link with him. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, our goalkeeper work is done. So why James Trafford's coming out, I don't know. But
I'm waiting for Mbappe's name to come up.
De Zerbi system, press and man mark without the ball, drop to a back three when attacking. Yeah, this is what I mean. He plays quite a fluid formation. You've got the centre backs like Van Hecke and Senesi who are comfortable in possession, attacking wing backs. We'll have to see, but he did play a lot of 3 at the back of Brighton, so we'll see. I'm being honest, guys. I never wanted De Zerbi. My heart was set on Poch, but I'm really happy now he's appointed. Yeah, I wonder if Poch sits there and thinks, wow, if only they'd have backed me like this, because we was right on the precipice of doing something spectacular.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a bit of him that thinks, bloody hell. Why not us? Why not me? I'm just going to look and see if there's any news that's breaking while we're BBC are reporting Spurs are set to spend more money. Apparently now we've spent, since Arteta's arrival, we've spent 300 million more than them, which is quite something. Just shows you how badly we've spent it. It says with the potential for a further £250 million to be spent. Excuse me. I'm just looking.
There's been no talk of Morgan Gibbs White, has there?
No, I think Marinakis has dug his heels in, and now they've got a new manager again. I don't know whether that's likely to happen. Yeah, not really. This Tottenham can spend significant sums because under the new squad cost ratio rules, they're allowed to spend up to 85% of their revenue on player costs, wages, amortisation and agent fees. In the last set of accounts, wages and amortisation was only 61%, and this included all salaries. Wow. In addition, Tottenham's new stadium is proving to be very beneficial. At their old White Hart Lane grounds, their annual match day revenue was 45 million. And their commercial income was 73 million. At the new stadium, these figures were 126 and 277 million. Wow. While the club has spent a lot this summer, transfer fees are amortised over the length of the contract, but limited to 5 years. So a £214 million spend this summer equates to a 48 million amortisation fee. Tottenham's total revenue for 24-25 was 565 million, which means that under the SCR rules, they would be able to spend up to 480 million a year on their squad. Wowzers. Wowzers. That's a lot of diners. The players are buying with suit pots, yeah. And that's the thing. God forbid, I don't want to talk about De Zerbi leaving, but I think we need to learn now that if we do happen to part ways with a manager that's all about attack, we don't go and pivot to a defensive, pragmatic manager, that would stick with the philosophy of attack, attack, attack. We don't like jump from pillar to post. How do we feel about Balogun? Look, he's had a good World Cup. I'm not particularly bought into him. I think there's better out there. The American striker Jimbo. You got any thoughts on this guy?
I don't know a lot about him, Kate. You want to know the truth? So, no, I haven't got any thoughts on him.
Big up Simon Stevens.
He's not a player I've watched. He's not a player I've watched.
What I like about the business we're doing is that even if it don't work out with a manager, what manager would object to the players that we have? We're buying one size fits all. Not only that, the higher caliber of player you've got, the more it attracts high calibers of players, because they think, oh, I'm going to be playing alongside Tonali. I'm going to be playing alongside, him. So it can only be a good thing. Hoover Bear says if Fernandes adds more goals to his game, then that price tag could look like a bargain. He doesn't seem to have any obvious weaknesses to me. Marmouche and Krupi next. I think the one thing people have said that he can sometimes be guilty of is hanging on to the ball too long. But apart from that, he's a very good midfielder. And then pair him alongside Tonali, who Paul Scholes has come out and said he thinks Tonali is the best midfielder in the Premier League. And they said to him, what, better than Declan Rice? He said, yeah. He said, I like Declan Rice, but I think Tonali's better. Which is one hell of a statement.
Yeah, it is.
You were quite taken aback by it, weren't you, Jimbo?
Oh, yeah, massively. Yeah, that's a huge statement. But if it's coming from Scholes, then who are we to question him?
Yeah.
He was probably the best midfielder at his time on in the Premier League. So
I think there's an argument, I know everyone going on a completely different tangent here, but I know a lot of people talk about the greatest ever player to play in the Premier League, and Henry is always the one people say. But when you look at the likes of Scholes and Giggs and the longevity they had, and now every year after year after year, they kept their numbers up, I think there's an argument, the strikers always get the glory, right? Because they're the ones that put the ball in the net. I think there's an argument for Scholes and Giggs to be the greatest Premier League player of all time.
Well, I mean, it seems nowadays that people seem to put a lot of emphasis on the midfield now. as people want strong midfields, and rightly so, because it's the midfield that helps the defenders and the forwards. So it's
Yeah.
important. It's important to have a top class midfield, which we happen to have at the minute. Oh, haven't said that for a long time.
If all's well, would you keep Romero over Danso? So having Romero, Senesi, Van der Ven, Van Hecke as our quartet, or as Romero crossed the line? Look, the thing for me with Romero is we all know what a good player he is. I don't think he'll ever win the fans back, and I don't think he can be captain. And if you keep him and strip him of his captaincy, that opens a whole new can of worms. So I think personally he's got to go. What about you, Jimbo?
I think that with Van der Ven, Senesi, and Van Hecke and Danso, I think that's a great back four. I really do. That Danso's going to be used in when they want. When
The
we
only trouble with Danso is he doesn't really fit the De Zerbi style.
But I don't think they're going to use him for that, Kate. I think they're going to use him in the last 15 minutes, 20 minutes of games when we want to tighten up a bit. I mean, he's a class defender. If you want to tighten the game up, I just think that's where he'd be used. I don't think he'd be used for anything else. But I mean, I like Danso. I think he puts his heart and soul into it, and he will be perfect for that job.
Yeah. I mean, in an ideal world, I think it'd be nice to get an upgrade on Danso, but keep Danso around as a backup. And it's a shame because Romero's a really good player. I just think he's an absolute bozo, and I think he's crossed a major line by the way he's behaved. And I think as well, the fact that he's always Argentina, always gets injured right before an international tournament. You can't have that. Big up Dan says, the thing I like about our two big signings is that neither of them played in the World Cup. Yeah. The thing I like is that we're getting all our signings in before pre-season. We're actually going to have a pre-season with them. Big up Brian.
I said that on Sean's, didn't I? That's massive. Yeah. It's massive to get them in before pre-season. So when we go on pre-season, all our players are there.
Yeah. Cooper says, Tonali isn't an all-rounder. He's a playmaker. Scholes was the same, so I'm not surprised he rates them. Some of the goals that Tonali scores are absolutely lovely. Tom, I don't think anyone can say he definitely is. I think it's a matter of opinion.
It's 100% matter of opinion, right? And you've got to look. If you're going to say a goalkeeper, you're going to say a defender. Midfielder, striker. It's very hard. You can't to pick a defender and a striker and say which one's always better in the Premier League in their position. And so I never just say who is the best player in the Premier League because it's just different players in different positions.
This is going to upset a lot of people, right? But if you offer me prime Kane or prime Henry, I'm taking prime Kane all day long.
Well, that's just me.
That's just me. And I think Salah as well. You've got to put Salah in the conversation.
Of course. Cantona.
Consistently, numbers. Every season, his numbers have been brilliant. So it is all a matter of opinion. No one can say they definitely are because everyone sees things differently. And it depends what sort of player you like.
I mean, Shearer's got to be in there as well.
Yeah. Fernandes is a good signing, one that surprised me a lot. Since when do we ever put the amount of money other clubs are forced to look down and step back at? We blew the bidding war to smithereens. We did. Paul Langley says Danso has lead in his boots. Adrian saying Kudos and Kulu back. I'm not sure about Kulu because it depends how he gets back. He's been out for a hell of a long time.
Yeah, but look. Sometimes they come back better players, Kate. We got to look at it that he's back on the grass now, right? He's back on the grass, and we know what he can do. So there's nothing to say he won't come back better and stronger. That's why I'm going to look at it. I'm not going to look at negative and say, well, he might come back and might not be the same player. He's going to come back bigger and stronger. and he's going to be like a new signing. That's the way to look at it. And Kudus.
I hope so. I hope you're right, 100%.
No negativity on this channel, please. I don't want any negativity whatsoever. None. Right, we're onwards and upwards, and that means Kulu coming back and being bigger and better.
Henri said that Ledley King's the only defender we couldn't get past. Oh, we love leaders. Danso has a better mentality. Kuba says, I'd say Romero can definitely win the fans back, Kate. Same as any play, just need to consistently play well. Yeah, maybe. And
Look,
stop
Kate,
being
you did say, right, that if Romero stays, you think De Zerbi get the best out of him.
I did.
And like Postecoglou did. So let's give the guy the benefit of the doubt if he stays and see where we go from there. Look, he's a class defender, right? We've seen that. You know, would we have won the Europa League without him in the team? I'm not so sure if we would have done, right?
No, I think his discipline has gone out the window since Frank and Tudor came in. I think he needs a manager that's going to put his foot down, but that he respects. But
De Zerbi will bring it back.
Oh, there we go. Big up to Danny Kiriako. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, we know. I know you love him, Adrian. Vlahovic and Romero, Adrian loves, and Kulu. I feel Danso could be the fourth centre back for once a week season. Other positions are priority. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I agree.
Saying Winger out. The Aussie Spurs saying, hope all the new signings are coming over to us. I can't wait. And look who it is. I'm not reading that. I know what you're saying, you naughty boy. McCoy says Kane has to be a contender for at least one of the big Premier League players. Yeah, I would say. I mean, Harry Kane to me.
When you look at what he achieved,
incredible.
I mean, you got to look what Kane achieved in a Tottenham side that was average, right? Apart from when Poch was here. I mean, it's phenomenal what he achieved, and people moan that he never won trophies, but is it surprising?
Final, though, Jim.
Huh?
He never showed up in a final.
Okay, but look, he's showing up now. He showed up on the world stage the other night, so he's a world class player. He is world class. He's a world class striker, and no one can ever say any different. And if they do, then they obviously don't like Kane, because if he's unbelievable, but he's an unbelievable player.
He's carrying England. Without Kane, England are average, in my opinion. Simon said, I'd take Danso over Romero simply because he's going to be available to actually play a game of football. We can't go 2 or 3 games with Romero until he gets suspended. We can't rely on a man like that.
Yeah, but Simon, I think. Sorry, Kay. Simon, I think that De Zerbi will get that out of his game. I think he will. I think he'll make Romero a better player.
My Gimbo. I agree, Gimbo. I haven't seen Andy Gold interviewing Gascoigne. No, to be honest, I haven't. If Roberto wants Romero, keep him and sell Danso. Ooh. He looked knackered last night, Danso. I mean, to be fair, Austria looked so like the golfing class between Austria and Spain was so apparent.
It was huge, wasn't it?
Yeah, Austria. I didn't even see him have a real attack. Maybe 1 or 2. It was awful. Made me laugh. Levy saying we had our pants pulled down with Van Hecke when Levy had his pants pulled down over Ndombele, Richarlison and Solanke. That's true.
And do you know what? If we went through who was bought under Levy's tenure, I think there's a few. You're right, Dave. I think there's a few more in there that he had his pants pulled down, and he had his pants pulled down on some that he never bought. So
yeah, we are back, baby. We're back.
Well, look, Dave, I've done a bet that we're going to finish in the top 4, and I'm going to see who the next signing is, and if it's someone spectacular, I'm going to back us to win the league. What? So, why not? Why can't we? 1 game a week.
Maybe, Jimbo, you're the kiss of death. Maybe it's you. If you don't back us, maybe we'll win something.
I can't help it, Kate. I love this club and I love what we're doing. I've just got a permanent erection when I watch transfer news.
Honestly, do you know the latest on Kulu? Well, he's kicking a ball on grass, so that's good. Yeah,
When I watch the transfer centre, I feel like I've took a Viagra.
At your age, you need one. I did say that at the start of the show, John. That header from Porro last night was a beast of a header, and he's the highest rated defender in the World Cup so far, 8.44. So, yeah, amazing. Cooper says we're building a team of technically gifted passers with the ball. I don't think Danso fits that. I think that's why we let Vuskovic go too, and I think Romero might stay. I don't think Danso fits at all. De Zerbi's style of play at all.
It doesn't, Kate. But if you need to shut up shop, he's a good guy to sling on the pitch as an extra defender. You know, he gets stuck in. He's brilliant in the air, so he can play a part.
Maybe. Romero averaged 32 games each of his 5 seasons. Van der Ven managed 32 games each of his 3 seasons. Romero gets on my nerves. Danso doesn't suit De Zerbi's style. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. And it's a shame because I really like him. I think he's got a good attitude, but I just don't think he fits with the manager's style. De Zerbi could turn Romero back into a £100 million defender, then sell next year. Well, I think Van der Ven may get sold, depending where Tottenham end up at the end of this season.
Why are people talking about our best players being sold? Why would they want to leave? Why?
Yeah, but
if you're up there and you're fighting for titles, they ain't going nowhere.
Depending where we finish this season, but
we will finish in the top 4. I keep telling you, this is going to happen.
A big bid for Van der Ven, they reckon, next year to replace Van Dijk. So we'll see. Gimbo, I actually think Kudus and a few others like Xavi, when he comes back, will see different, better players. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Simon says, only contender Kane gave us Bale, Ronaldo and Raul all in one package. We'll never see a more complete player in this league again. Look at Haaland, all that hype, and he fell off once sussed out. Cooper says he thinks Gray may work out with this style. He just couldn't cope being expected to be the main man in a struggling team. He's only a kid. Interesting. We shall see. I've come in the garden to listen to you. It's too damn hot out there. I love the Leao links. Yeah. Apparently we've been offered Rafa Leao, like I say, on a loan. I don't know if there's an option to buy yet. I haven't heard. Someone in the chat might know. That is exciting because he's an exciting player. Nothing against Dan, so I think he's great, out and out defender, just lacks the qualities for a ball playing system. I agree.
Yeah, look, I agree with that 100%, right? But I just think that he will be used if we need to have an extra defender on, you know, to see out games. And I think he's perfect for that.
It's worth a £5 under De Zerbi, says Irish Hotspur.
Well, I've put a tenner, Dave, on us to win, to finish in the top 4, right? And I probably will put a £5 on us to win the league. I probably will. Well, I know I will. I say I probably will. I will. I can't help it.
It's not been announced, but the medical was yesterday, and there's been no reports that he failed. So I would imagine he passed. So I think the announcement will be today. Looking forward, who do we think will do the video? He's Italian, isn't he? So who do you think will do the video for Tonali? Because obviously we had Sandro announcing Fernandes.
Has Ledley King done one? I tell you. I bet you I know it is.
Aussie.
I bet you it's
Aussie?
No. It could be Aussie. Yeah, it could be Aussie. I think Mabbott.
Yeah, but they've been trying to match it with their nationality. He's ex-Italian players for Spurs. Can't think. Give us your ideas in the chat who you think might be the person in the video. Yeah, I agree. I love Lamella. Proper shithousery. I just don't see where Bergveld and Gray get enough game times with only one game a week. We now have a much better midfield. Yeah, I agree. That's fine, John. Always nice to praise Porro anyway, anytime. Big up Brian, says much love to the wonderful Kate and Jimbo and the magnificent people in the chat. Hope you're well and have a great weekend. Incredible window so far. Boys, yes. And big up to the nearly 20 new subscribers we've had today. You're all legends. The channel is absolutely going and we're loving it. It must be all this positivity in the air. Fernandes can do it all and Tonali has 4 lungs, so the perfect central midfield pairing for me, but we do need proven goal scorers, strikers and wingers to finish off the hard work. Agree, Clay.
Well, I can tell everyone watching this, if you want negativity, this ain't the channel for you because we're only going to be positive, onwards and upwards.
Big up AU's with another super chat saying, think Levy never wore pants. Thank you very much for that. Overpay FC. Got any more money for me? Says Damien. Are you Newcastle by any chance? Tony Rodriguez says, get rid of Bergveld, Gray, Vicario, Sarr, Solanke, Richarlison, Odegaard, Tell. They're all bang average. Look, in a realistic world, we're never going to get rid of all them, are we? We're never going to get rid of Solanke and Richarlison in the same window. I think what we've done so far is unbelievable.
I think...
Go on, Jim.
I think out of that lot, Bergveld go. I think out of that lot, Bergveld will go. I think he'll keep Gray. I think Vicario go. Sarah go. I think he. What was you going to say? Why was you shaking your head? Tell me.
Because Tottenham have come out and said they're not letting Bergveld go.
Yeah, I think he'll end up going because he's going to sit down with De Zerbi when he gets back from the World Cup, right? And I don't think that De Zerbi is going to be able to promise him game time. And he's come out and said all he wants to do is play. So I think that he'll end up going, right? Sarr, I don't think Solanke will go. I think Richarlison will go. Odegaard will go. And I don't think Tell will go either.
No, I don't think Tell will go. Look, we'll see. It can't all happen in one window, but we've done amazing.
There's a few quid there.
Yeah.
We sold them.
Coy says, afternoon, we're signing a new medical team. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Top 4 is 1.8 game. Top 4 is 1.8 points per game average. Do you think we can do that? We can do anything, can't we, Jim?
I'm telling you now, right? You can all clip this, right? We will finish in the top 4 if we keep going the way we're going. We need some more in the front line, right? But if we get a couple of any of the players they're talking about, we will finish in the top 4. I'm convinced. I won't have any different. Clip it. Top 4, here we come.
I hope we get an announcement while you're on stream. Yeah, I mean, we got one Wednesday, but it was that Vuskovic had signed for Brighton, which kind of come out of nowhere because although there'd been some talk, it kind of felt like it wasn't going to go anywhere to me anyway. And then all of a sudden he signed. Don't worry, Dan. Tonali will be a Tottenham player. Do not worry. Danso is a great header of the ball and our best ball thrower. That's true. Can't keep him just for that though. De Zerbi should do the video as he's from the same area of Italy. Yes.
Yeah.
We could be sharing spaghetti and then suck it and kiss. Like in Lady and the Tramp. One has one end and one has the other, and they just meet in the middle.
A bit like you and me, isn't it, Lady and the Tramp?
Yeah, I know which one you are. No Danso slander. When we play against teams that have aerially dominant, Danso will be the first centre-back I picked.
I like Danso. I like Danso. He puts his heart and soul into it.
Antonio Conte. This club wants to welcome Tonali, even though they are a joke of a club with no ambition and they didn't back the manager. But welcome to this club. They missed a trick having Sandro announce Fernandes instead of Tonali. It could have been a passing of one Sandro to another. Yeah, he's such a good guy. I love Sandro. One of my absolute favourites. What were the odds of top 4, Jimbo?
It was 11-2 on Bet365.
So 5.5 to 1.
Yeah.
De Zerbi to announce him. Nicola Berta Gazzaniga, Conte. I think it will be Ozzy or someone like that. I'm waiting to see Mickey Hazard do one. Maybe the give JP his moment to say goodbye before the Tonali. Well, he has released a statement saying goodbye, a very heartfelt statement from João Paulinho, which actually made me feel a little bit sad. I'm not going to lie. I had a lump in my throat because I did fall in love with him a little bit. But hey, what about our favourite Spurs Twitter man, ex-Spurs player? What's his name again? Raymond Vega, yes. Good one. Carlo Cudicini, yes, indeedly doodly.
Can you say that?
Italians to play for Spurs aren't the greatest. Vicario, Destiny, Tramanese, and the great Cudicini. And my name is Nicola Berti. Jamie O'Hara saying Spurs are back. Good signing. Good team. No, I don't think Spurs will struggle selling season tickets and merchandise. I am quite scared and we won't get tickets for next year because I really want to go.
Of course we will. We know Paddy.
Yeah, Paddy. We're going to want some tickets next year, sir. Yeah, no wet blankets in the chat. Jimbo said so. No wet blankets. You tell him, Jimbo. Love the positivity. To dare is to do and believe.
No negativity, please.
I'd be happy to let Benson Kerr go. Injury prone would be fourth choice behind the new two, and Gallagher let Gray and Bergvall rotate for the fourth midfielder spot. Yeah, Bergvall's been playing well, but I'm not really bothered.
I think that Gray might be happy to work under De Zerbi and get some game time, but I'm convinced that Bergvall wants to play, and I don't think he's going to get that reassurance here.
Spurs Boys TV says, hi, Kate and Jimbo. I'm loving our new signings and watching the meltdown from rivals is hilarious. It's beautiful.
Well, it's just, I mean, I've just got YouTube on constantly. I cannot believe what some of them are saying, you know, and we got slated every single year when we didn't spend big money and big wages on players. People took the mick out of us. Now we started to do it. We're getting slated. We can't win, you know, but it's just nervousness, isn't it? I mean, when I was sitting here watching Chelsea buy player after player, I sat here thinking, well, that's another 6 points we're going to lose to them, right? And it's just a human nature. But now we're doing it. People are getting nervous.
Sandro Tonali is expected to sign a 6-year contract till June 2032. Interesting. I think the agreement will be any time. I really do, because the medical I think was done yesterday, so I think it will be any time. I'm just looking. Yeah, a lot of chat about Rafael.
I bet he signed his contract already, Kate.
Oh, Tonali.
Yeah, I bet it's signed and done already. He's waiting for the announcement.
The 2 games in Sydney are sellouts. Doesn't surprise me. I do think Bergvall can't see him forcing his way in on a regular. Nor me. And you know what? It's going to be a lot of profit if we sell Bergvall as well.
I agree with Lee.
Yeah. We're not going for much longer, Danny. I'm not going for much longer, 10 minutes or so. But next time for sure. I think Bergvall will go for the right price. Offer Bergvall and 50 mil for Morgan Gibbs-White.
Yeah, I mean, I said that to Kate today about getting Gibbs-White, and Kate said that she don't think Marinakis will let him go to us.
No, and they just brought a new manager in. They've got Glasnow, haven't they? It's not going to look good if they bring Glasner in and then sell their best player. You know, I just don't see it happening. I wouldn't want to deal with that fat pillock Marinakis, that's for sure.
Give Danny the link for 10 minutes. Let him come on.
Hang on.
It's going to send it to you, Danny. 10 minutes of Danny is worth it.
Well, talk, darling, while I do this.
Oh, well, I can't get. Why can't I bring comments up? You took the power away from me, you bitch.
Normally, and now you won't. Now you've shut up. Right. Well, I'm back now. You ain't got to. I reckon Aussie Ange is Jimbo's burner account. Of course, we can manage 1.8 points per game. If you ask Jimbo, we'll get 5 points per game and win Eurovision.
Look! I want us to go through the season without being beat at home and just blow out the water. What happened last season? I want us to go. Our home form has got to be absolutely. We've got to be a fortress at Tottenham. If you take a point from Tottenham, then you've done well. That's what it's got to be. We've got to shut everybody out there. No one takes points from us at home.
Yeah, I agree. Justin, Barbaric Disdain, let me know where you saw this. Said one of the big teams from the Super League has made an official offer to Tottenham for Richarlison. Who is reporting that? I've not seen anything about that, so that's interesting. Interesting bit of news. Offer Bergvall 50 mil for Morgan Gibbs White. Yeah, it's not going to swap Richie for Osherman. Deal is or Perriman for the video. Jimbo's lady. Oh yeah, I'm the tramp. I get it. I'm easily over Vuskovic. He never wanted to play for us, so bye. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't given him a second thought, Kate. You want to know the truth?
I thought my Antonio Conte was good. This club. Paolo Tramezzini to announce Tonali. Brian says, my good man Jimbo, I'm very confident about this season, but for me, top four is tough. The most important thing for me is one game a week. For me, means go all out and bring the FA Cup home.
Why not top four and win an FA Cup or League Cup? Why not both?
I'd love to win the FA Cup. It's been way too long since Tottenham won that.
Look, you know, right? You know for a fact, any Tottenham fan knows this for a fact, that De Zerbi is going to be aiming for top four. That's going to be his aim, to get back into the top four.
To win it.
Yeah, well, it would be my aim if I was manager, but hopefully that's his aim to win it. But it's definitely going to want to get back into Champions League.
Yeah. Who's this? Look what Paddy's just done. He's just sent me this and said they're now working for me. Look, Bobby Kay and Danny Kiriakou dressed as leprechauns.
Who is?
We'll still get half decent money for Solanke and 45 mil for Bergvall. That's 70 million. Good afternoon, Mr. Danny Kiriakou. How are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you doing?
We're good. What's going on? What's happening, Danny? What's happening?
It's the bigger picture, Kate. It's the bigger picture. It's what I thought was going to happen. Like not to the extent of the players that we're bringing in, but I thought we would buy like some ready-made players. But I didn't think we were going to buy like two of the best midfielders in the league right now, which is just insane. But I'm kind of agreeing with a lot of what Jim is saying. I tend to agree a lot with what Jim says, to be honest with you. I know there was a little bit last season at the back end of the season where he was getting a little bit kind of worried that we were going to go down, and he was losing his faith a little bit. And I still didn't. I kept telling him, "Don't lose the faith, Jimbo. We're going to stay up."
When De Zerbi come in, I felt a lot more, like it felt like a weight off my shoulders when De Zerbi come in, because I thought if anyone's going to keep us up, it's going to be this guy. The way he was talking, 100%. It's not going to be De Zerbi ball. It's going to be football to keep us in the Premier League. But I am 100% convinced and I would have laid my life on the line on this. That if we'd have kept Frank, we would have gone down.
I actually love that picture.
It's brilliant.
I actually love. I sent it to my family, and they all started cracking up. They were like, "It's actually a really good photo."
It's
Thanks,
great.
Paddy. But I agree, Jimbo. I agree. I mean, the Frank thing. I still think he would have done enough to stay up, right? Just what I saw the last 4 or 5 games, it was like up and down, up and down. I believe he would have stayed up.
I can't have it, mate. I just think that we would have gone.
I don't think we would have, but that's my opinion anyway. But look, I also think I'm with Jimbo where I don't believe Tottenham's or I don't believe Tonali. De Zerbi's aim is just to get top 4. I genuinely believe he wants to go for the league because there's no way that we go from 17th 2 seasons in a row, right, to then go and sign 2 of the best central midfielders in the league, spending 200 million, and we are not done. Like we are going to spend. I think we're going to spend another 200 million or so. Like I genuinely think so. I think we'll probably get someone like a Krupi if we could get someone like him, and I think we'll get another 2 attackers. Maybe I like what you said, Kate. I think Krupi with a Gakpo and then I don't know, maybe a Liao on loan or something like that. I think that would be unbelievable business because Krupi can also play as a number 10, so you have the option. Whether or not they go and get another striker or not, I don't know, but I think Krupi can play there. He can play there, so he can play across the whole front line. And he proved it last season. He played in striker, he played as left attacker, left winger. He played just behind. He played as number 10 at sometimes. So I think it's really exciting. I think this is probably the first time most of us as Spurs fans have been this excited going into a season. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, there's still so much more positive news to come because I think we're going to get some more top players coming into the club.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I saw Tom Kingham say top 4. What are we smoking? I believe, Tom, you was in my chat the other day saying we ain't going to get Tonali or Fernandes. So buckle up, sunshine, and get on the positivity train.
Exactly. And also, Kate, to add, look, it's not. Go on, Jimbo.
No, I was just going to say for Tom, I don't see why people wouldn't be sitting there thinking we can't get top 4 if we bring in another 2 or 3 top players, and it looks like we're going to get 2 minimum. So why can't we go for top 4? You know, there's no reason why we shouldn't be sitting here thinking, right, we're going to go back and get in the Champions League.
Well, just to correct you as well, Jimbo, it's not top 4 anymore. England is at this moment in time is still top 5 now. So there's another
top 4 sounds better.
I know, but Champions League football, you're right, it does sound better, but Champions League football now is the top 5 positions. And I think with the team we're building, and like you said, Jimbo, 1 game a week, right? One game a week. That is the key, right? I think that is what I mean. Look, Leicester. I know they finished 17th, and then the next season they won the league. Right? I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm saying that if you buy the right players, there is a massive chance that you can over succeed or what's the word? You'll do better than what you're expected to do, and you could do overachieve basically. Yeah. So I don't think anyone understands apart from De Zerbi and the players that the players that he's bringing in. I don't think that. I think they all know what the aim is. They all know what it is, but that's not something that the whole Premier League are gonna know, and they're not gonna come out and say, "Oh, we're gonna go for the title." They're not gonna. Maybe De Zerbi might. I don't know, but I don't think the aim is. I think they'll just say, "Look, we want to win every game, and we want to try and be as best as we can every game, and see what happens." But I think internally there'll be a belief that they can do something like that because
I mean,
there's no.
Look, Danny, if you look at the Premier League, right, the only ones that are gonna be really established, right, this season that are going to be like last season is Arsenal. All the others are in a bit of a transition, you know, like we are. So there's no reason why we can't kick on and go for it.
This is what I was thinking, Jimbo, as well. Like that, all the teams are all getting new managers, so no one knows what they're really going to do. They might have bedding in periods. I know, and the only benefit is that we have had the Zerbi for nearly 2 months before, right? So that he has got a bit of an understanding of what who he can trust, and now the players that he's bringing in as well. Whereas managers like Alonso and Iriola and these players, these managers who are all coming into their new clubs, and I know Carrick's had a little bit of time to see United too, but it's all their first full season, and the same for De Zerbi. But De Zerbi has got the Premier League experience, whereas Xabi Alonso, Carrick hasn't really done a full season yet in the Premier League. Iriola, he's got the experience, but again, it's a big club, so the expectations are a lot higher. I think this is like the perfect situation for Spurs right now. I think if they're gonna spend money, they need to spend more this summer, because next summer the limitation is affected if they get into Europe. So I think personally they're gonna spend another 200 to 250 million. They'll sell whoever they're gonna sell, and they'll make about 150 million or close to that, around that kind of 130, 120, 130 sort of ballpark. And if you look at their net spend after that, it'll be just over 300 million. So think in that sense, spending 300 million to revamp your whole team from where we were to where we are, where we could be this season, is massive. And then what you'd all expect is if we have an amazing season, then next summer they push on again and then go and spend another 200 million on 2 or 3 quality players. And that's how you build. And I'm excited for what's to come. Yeah. I'm genuinely so excited for what's to come.
Yeah, it is exciting. Big up to Paul Langley, who's become a YouTube member. And I agree. I should be De Zerbi's assistant. I agree. He said, I agree with Danny. I think he wants the league, and I would believe we will compete for the league with 1 game a week. Why not? It all depends. We've got, other teams are going to do more big. Yeah, aren't they? This is what Tottenham fans do. We go from one extreme to the other. We're getting relegated. We're winning the league. It is what we do.
But that's not being a Tottenham fan, Kay. That's being a football fan. That's what we're meant to do. We're meant to get excited and think things are going to happen. Right? What's the point of supporting Spurs? And when they're spending like they're spending and bringing players in, we're meant to get hyped up and believe that we can do this, that, and the other. That's what it's about.
I agree. I also think that I don't think players like Tonali and Fernandes are going to go and pick Tottenham. Okay, forget the money side of things, right? Because we obviously have paid more money than what other clubs are willing to pay. But besides that, you still wouldn't come to Tottenham if you do not believe that you're going to challenge for those biggest honours. And Tonali and Fernandes have both said we want to challenge for the title, right? Well, Tonali hasn't said it yet, but Fernandes clearly said in his interview that they want to challenge for the title. That's what De Zerbi has sold them. So for De Zerbi, and De Zerbi is a big person. He's a big person who believes in faith and believes in himself, right? And look at how he made the players that we had last season believe they could stay up, right? When everyone else doubted them, including themselves, right? So if he can make players like Tonali want to come to a project and say, look, we're building something really special here. We're going to play the right way of football. We're going to buy a lot more quality as well. Still, these are the plans we've got, right? We want you to be crucial to these plans. It's attractive for players. It really is attractive. We've got one of the best stadiums on the planet. We're in London. We've got the best training facilities probably in the country, right? And then we've got one of the best managers and coaches, and we're going to play hopefully the right style of football, the right way that players want to play. I think, and if you keep building, and you got Kudus coming back, you got Maddison and Xavi still to come back. We've got unbelievably talented squad, as well as the additions that are going to come in. I think still, so it is so exciting to see finally feeling some optimism and a bit of happiness with what the club is actually doing. But I'm going to caveat that just one thing. I do believe that all of this is not that ENIC are doing. I believe that all of this is not for the Spurs fans. I believe what they are doing is for themselves and for the asset of Spurs, right?
Yeah.
But that is a byproduct So the byproduct is the Spurs fans are happy because we're looking like we're going to become a successful or a team that's going to challenge on a regular basis, right? If they continue in this way. But for them, from a business perspective, it means that if we are challenging at the top level, right? So you already add to, say, for example, we have got the stadium, we've got the world-class stadium, world-class training ground. If you then have a world-class team and a world-class manager, right? And you're competing, challenging for the top 3 every year, and you're in the Champions League, you're going far in those competitions every year. Number one, your fan base grows, your global fan base. Number 2, your sponsorship deals that you could get grow, right? They have bigger offers. The stadium rights might actually come in, right? And then you're actually earning from your TV revenue and everything else, you're earning far more money. So from a business perspective, it's better for the financial side of it. But for the asset as an overall, it means that they can then go to any investor out there, anyone who wants to buy the club and say, well, look, we've got the best team, we've got the best manager, we play the best football, we have the best of everything, 5 billion, 6 billion.
Yeah.
And then they will be able to sell, which I believe what they want to do within the next 5 years, next couple of years, is sell for a world record fee out of any sports club in any sports in the world. I think Tottenham will be, if they sell that club in the next couple of years, it will be a world record fee of a takeover of any sports franchise or sports club. That's what I believe is going to happen.
Yeah,
but at least we get to profit from it.
Exactly. I think
we should though.
Yeah. Brian Hill says Dominic Solanke to Newcastle. Director of Recruitment Andy Howe in London for face-to-face negotiations. Bid of 20 million plus Sandro Tonali turned down yesterday.
Yeah.
But is that a joke? How will meet the asking price? I don't understand.
I don't think that's real.
No, I don't think that's real. Apparently, Rafa Leao has been offered to Tottenham twice now. So, I mean,
I read today. I read today that De Zerbi's going to talk to him. Sorry, am I lagging? I think I read today that De Zerbi's going to talk to him. I read it just before we come on.
Who? Yeah,
who, Leao?
Leao, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I want to hear what you think.
I think he's exciting for sure. I just kind of think, I still think it's going to be Gakpo, Marmoush, and maybe Krupi as well. But
I'd take that all day long.
Yeah, so would I. Leao is on loan, so saves money. I don't know. I think he's really exciting, but he's not Prem proven, and that's what De Zerbi seems to want. So I'm not sure. What about you?
I agree. I think I like Leao as a player. I think he is, on his day, he can be one of the best wingers on the planet. But like speaking to like Iggy and speaking to Danny and also what I've seen of him, he's one of these players like that. He'll have a great period, like of 2 months where he's like unbelievable, and then for like the next 2 months he's just like a ghost and he's like nowhere to be seen.
Wow.
And for me, it's a bit like, it's kind of a little bit like this. He kind of turns up when he wants to, but he's a bit like a purple patch player, right? But when he has that patch, it's amazing. But then when he's not in that patch, he doesn't work hard for the team. Like he's a very lazy footballer. Like it kind of turns up when he wants to. And I think that's if it's the case where De Zerbi is going to have a chat with him, I think that's where he'll have to understand, or what he wants to get the feeling from him is that is he going to be a team player like where he's going to work hard, because De Zerbi's style is a very pressing style, and I don't know whether someone like him is going to be able to play the way De Zerbi wants, which is if you press as a team, you work together, right? Which is what he wants, that continuity. And I'm just not sure Leao can do that for a whole season. But look, if we get someone like a Gakpo, like I think what you said, the three you said, Kate, that would be the icing on the cake. A Marmoush, Krupi, and a Gakpo, that would be absolutely levels. But Leao, look, I'm also of the opinion that if we get him on loan and we get like a Krupi and a Gakpo as well, I'd also be happy with that, because it means then at least they can see what Leao's like for the year. Then they've got a winger who can play well, and they've got obviously Tell as well, and we know he's not the greatest, but then at least it gives them until January to see if they want to do something or activate a Savinho deal or something like this. Because I do think the Savinho is there to be done. I just don't think they're going to activate it just yet. And there is a lot of rumors about this guy. A few people I know have spoken to me that he's someone that they like as well. And there's another guy, I can't remember his name. I think he's from Algeria or something.
Yeah, Noosa is being mentioned a lot as well, as so is that guy, Al.
Yeah, that's the one. What's his name?
Yeah. The
I
one
know
we
it's-
like, Jimbo.
Yeah, Al Moose, is it Al? I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name.
I saw
Adrian
something in the
mentioned
chat.
earlier.
There's someone in the chat will say he's a great player.
Yeah, he
What's
does
his
look good.
What's his name? I wanna find his name.
Al
That's it.
Marla.
Marlo.
Yeah,
That's it.
him. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, apparently there is a lot of talks about him. So I've never seen him, so I can't really comment on what he's like as a player. But look, if people like him and he's good, I'm all for it. As long as we get 2 wingers and a striker, or players who can play as a striker as well, as a versatile player, I'm all for it. I think we need 3 attackers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Al Marlo, I really like him. I think that he
What's
would
he
fit
like?
in well.
What's he like, Jimbo?
He dribbles. He's just if you got to watch his highlight reels, he's just a fantastic player.
Does he dribble
He's
like Harry
exciting.
Kane?
He's he's an exciting player. Is he what?
Does he dribble like Harry Kane?
He's a fantastic player. I'd never heard of him, and someone said that we was looking at him, so I looked at his highlight reels, and oh my god, he's a fantastic
He's good.
player.
Fair
And
Yeah.
enough.
people say you can't go by the highlight reels, but if they can play football, then you can see they can play football.
Sky Sports
Yeah.
is saying that it's Spurs are one of several clubs interested in Eli Junior Krupi, but any deal is considered highly unlikely. But
I think they say that because I don't think any of the clubs interested are going to go and pay what Bournemouth supposedly want, which is around the 90 million mark, right? Personally, I think that's not going to be an issue for Spurs because at this moment in time, I think Spurs are in a position where they can financially pay that if they want to without a problem, right? But on top of that, I think there's an element of they know that they're going to have to overpay if they want to get what they want right now, because if they don't, then they risk losing out on someone who is very good right now, but could also be amazing, even more amazing in the future. And we're at this point where we kind of haven't got a choice, right? Because we did finish 17th, and we're now signing players like Tonali and Fernandes. We've got to keep the momentum up with the quality of players that we're bringing in. And I just don't see. It's kind of a little bit like a Fernandes and Tonali. I don't see anyone gonna pay that sort of money for Krupi because of his age and stuff like that. But I do see Spurs doing it, right?
yeah,
Mm.
Like this. I actually think Krupi's going to be a Spurs player by the end of the window. Whenever it is, I think he's going to be a Spurs player.
wow.
If Spurs go in and offer 90 million, they're taking it.
It's done, yeah.
They'll probably start at 75, and it'll work to 90, and they'll take it.
Agree.
Nathan Ake's signed for Fenerbahce from Manchester City. That's just come through. I've always liked
Xhaka staying at Sunderland.
Jack is staying
Is he?
at Sunderland.
Yeah, he's
Is
not
he?
going now. Yeah,
No.
it just come up breaking news.
What, Sunderland's at no?
It just come up breaking news. Xhaka staying at Sunderland.
Oh wow, okay, fair enough.
It's also said that it's also come out that Declan Rice and Reece James look unlikely for England's game on Monday. Both got an injury.
Oh my god,
So
that's not good because I kind of would have preferred Declan Rice at right back.
yeah, apparently they've had permission to take Viagra. TalkSport reported earlier because it helps apparently with the high altitude. But Jimbo said they will be standing there for the national anthem with the popcorn. It's a little bit worrying.
Jimbo might.
They're short to be pointing upwards.
Jimbo would probably join in when he before the national anthem sung. He'll get his Viagra.
I just got to watch Transfer Centre.
Yeah, you've got to pay big Kuva. You're right. There isn't. It seems like everyone. Oh, hello! Look who's here. The biggest donut of all. Of them all.
Look who it is.
Butler's in the house.
Answer your phone, you fucking idiot.
I don't want to sell Vlahovic. No. And then the next show, it was actually I've changed my mind. I've come round to the idea of selling Vlahovic. Absolutely. Then joining Jimbo, yeah, on your OnlyFans, Jimbo. Let me plug this because I just saw he plugged it on Twitter. Go over to the Spurs Hub if you haven't already and sign up. It's actually a fantastic platform. It's got everything on there from content creators, competitions to predictors to the latest transfer news. Everything's on there and it's free. So go and sign up and make Sean feel good about himself that he's actually put something worthwhile into the world rather than just all this hot air. So yeah.
Do you know what he should do on that? He should have a Spurs XXX page where he's got like how you've got like these photos. Sometimes you get these sexy photos of these of the Spurs players, and he could touch them up so it looks like they've got oil on them, and people like Jimbo could have a field day on a page like that.
Oh dear, you got to laugh. Well, it don't look like
I can't have another membership. I've got about 6 already.
It doesn't look like we're getting the announcement while we're live.
I really wanted that to happen. That would have been so good.
I know.
I've got a bomber. We're going to win the league. That's a bomber. We're going to win the league. Bomber.
I think we'll compete for it. I'm not sure if we'll win it, but I think we'll compete. I think we will.
Well, anything's possible. I'm just not getting that overexcited just yet.
Do you know? Okay, I'm only getting that excited just because I feel that we're gonna get like 3 of the players' names that you've mentioned in this show, right?
Yeah.
And, like if we get a Krupi and a Marmoush and a Gakpo, I think we're stopping us from challenging this season, like genuinely, unless we get like mad injuries again.
Yeah. But we'll see. We was listening to TalkSport earlier. Jurgen Klopp is considering going to become the manager of the German team, and Ange Postecoglou is favourite to become the new Scotland manager as well.
What?
That's
crazy. That'd actually be pretty. I'd like to see it. To be fair,
it'd be good entertainment if nothing else.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm now even more convinced Jimbo's burner account is Aussie Ange.
I liked Ange. I did. I liked him. I can't help it. I just think he was so gung ho, but it was exciting when it went right.
Yeah, we didn't go right enough.
I know, but he won us a trophy. How can that? No one can diss him. He made us European champions. Don't diss the Ange.
We had a bomber yesterday, Sean, or Wednesday, when Vuskovic signed for Brighton. So, right, look, I've got the Ange tattoo. I've got "It's Who We Are, Mate" written on mine. So mine's even more Ange.
Have you got an Ange tattoo?
It's just got "It's Who We Are, Mate" at the top.
Oh, that's sick. Actually, I'd love to get. I might get something like that. That's quite good. Who's who we are, mate.
The tattooist loved it. He said in all the Tottenham tattoos he's ever done, he's never done one with that on it. So. That's
brilliant. Do you know what I actually could get? I might actually get one that says, I told him, you know, that quote that he says, I told him.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll always forever be grateful to Ange for that trophy. There's no doubt about it. Tonali taking the number 6 bomber drop 10 minutes ago from SZY.
No way. He's taking Paulina's number.
Yeah, Fernandes is number 18.
They gave Gallagher 8, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sandro Tonali, hashtag number 6. Yeah, but is that saying that he's the 6th signing or that he's going to be number 6?
I think number 6. It makes sense because Paulina was number 6, wasn't he? Paulina was number 6. And then he obviously confirmed today that he's not coming back. which I wanted to get your opinion on that, guys. Like, I don't know if you talked about it earlier on the show because I missed the beginning bit. Did you? What are you feeling about the Pellegrini not coming back?
Do you know what? I was all right because I thought, it's only for the short term. But when I read his statement, it made me feel so sad because I just think he's so, he was proper Tottenham. He wanted to stay, and that makes me really sad. But we can't be sentimental.
Yeah, it's true.
Didn't want him. He's looking for the future, and he's not in the plan. So I'm a little bit gutted, and I think he deserves to have a hero's goodbye, if you want to know the truth, for what he done for us.
Yeah, I completely agree. I actually don't disagree. I mean, I would have loved to have seen him in the squad, but I think there's that element of, would he be playing enough games as a starter? Probably not. And is someone as good as him? Does he want to sit on the bench majority of the time? And if we were in Europe, I'd say, I'd take him because I think he would. You need different types of players and a big. You need a good quality squad, and I do think as a squad filler, he's more than capable. But look, it is what it is. I think they've probably got bigger plans for next season. If they get what they want this season, and if they finish where they think they're going to finish, I think they'll go again and get someone else get another player because they're going to need to. Because if we're in Europe next year, especially in the Champions League, they're going to have to get another player in that midfield.
Do you know, it's funny, Jimbo the other day, I don't know if you saw, Danny, I can't remember if he was in, he bought me the new away shirt. Not very often where I fall madly in love with the away shirt, or any shirt, but I just fell in love with it. Anyway,
I love
it came and it's gorgeous, but it was too big. So I said to Jim, send it back and get me the smaller size. He went, no. So he's kept it and got me another.
that was his plan all along, Kate. He was planning to do that all along.
So we're going to be matching shirt wankers. We've both got the new away shirt in our wardrobe. But what a lovely shirt. The material is unreal.
I want to get it. It looks amazing. Do you remember the funny paint one as well, where it looks like someone just squashed loads of. Yeah, I love that shirt. That's my favorite Spurs shirt. Yeah, it's my favorite Spurs shirt.
Jim bought me that. I think this one might just top it for me because the material is unreal. It's looks so light. It's just so nice to wear.
You both need to come on wearing it when yours comes, Kate. I want to see it.
No, mine's here, but I was just too hot. Look, I'll get it.
Okay, I want to see now.
It's so
nice. Jim, that was your plan along, wasn't it? Oh, well, sorry, Kate. It's a bit too big. I'll take it then. I'll get you another one.
I tell you what I've done. I bought my size, right? Because she's always nicking my tops, right? So I thought if I get my size, it won't go wrong. But she doesn't never go out in my tops. She sits around the house in them.
Yeah, okay.
So she said, I wouldn't go out in this. I went, I'll keep it and buy another one.
Oh, that's a nice top, that is.
It is so... I've got it over my vest. But the material... It's got like lines in it. It feels... But it's so thin. Oh, my God. I love it so much. So
I do want to get one of those. They do look amazing.
I kind of wish I'd have had Tonali on the back now.
you can still do that though. If you take it to the Spurs shop, you can get it printed on it.
I ain't even took the labels off yet. When we go to a game next year, Jimbo, we can both wear our new shirts.
Yes, definitely.
So
you can be matching shirt wankers.
We look like a right pair of tops. Matching tops.
People will be wearing it.
But you have to wear like a whole matching outfit as well. It's got to be like the jeans or the trousers or whatever it is, the shorts.
You can be a full wanker. You can wear everything.
If we're gonna dress the same, I'll put a bra on as well.
Do you know what? Next charity stream you do, right? I will donate a certain amount if Jimbo goes to the next game in full kit.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
I'll say that right now. I'll put £50 down, right? As an additional, right? If Jimbo does that.
Oh, I'll do it for 50 quid for legend on the bench. I'll do it.
All right. Next time you do a charity stream, then. All right, wicked. We've got a deal.
Oh my God. I'll tell you the deal though. I ain't going with him because if he dresses, I'm not walking alongside.
He's got to have this. He's got to have the shorts and the long socks up as well.
Oh no!
Socks pulled up.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. The socks pulled up. Yeah. He said it as well. Paul said it as well.
Oh my god! And your trends.
Someone's putting their own bra big enough for me.
Can you imagine if it goes viral? Who is this full kit wanker at the football?
Oh,
yeah,
that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Then you can upload it on some content for the channel too.
Yeah, true.
Jim in the hot pink kit.
Yeah,
that'd be even better.
There's no way. That kit is hideous. But I mean, this one is nice. It's got a little bit of pink in it, so that'll do. I don't want you to have the goalkeeper kit. Definitely not.
I like the goalkeeper kit, but I don't know if they do a short sleeve today.
Yeah, they do.
I'd wear it with short sleeve, definitely. I'm in touch with my feminine side. I don't give a shit. It's pink.
It's a bit girly.
I like pink. I like it.
I don't ever buy the home kits. I always think they're so boring. I've got to be honest. I would never pay that for the home kit.
If it's got Tottenham on it, I'll wear it. Simple as that.
And it's red. The AIA in red is not
for one more year, Kate. Hopefully our next sponsor won't be bloody fucking red on it.
I'd love to go back to Holston. I don't even know if there's such a thing as Holston anymore. Is there still Holston pills around?
I actually don't know. That's a good question, actually. Did they go bust or something?
Yeah, look, going from not knowing which name to put on the back of my shirt to having too many names to choose from. That's so true. That is so true. Senesi.
Oh, Holston were bought out by Carlsberg in 2004.
Oh, that's a shame. They were my favourite kits of all. Holston
ones. They were sick. Those Holston ones. Adidas as well, wasn't it? Was it Adidas? Yeah, they were amazing. They were the best kits.
Sean's put out yet another video comparing Savinho to Leao to Rashford.
I did tell him to do that, actually. I said to him to do a video like that. I'm glad he's done it.
I did see pink was the colour of war. Women stole it to try and claim power. We need to take it back. Get your pink ass. Simon Jordan, this is what I saw. With respect to Tonali, why would you go from Newcastle to Tottenham? I suspect it's because of the money. Do you know what? He sounds so salty at the minute, Simon Jordan.
It sounds like he's got Daniel Levy's cock shoved in his mouth.
But you know what?
Honestly,
you can tell when he's rattled, right? Because he speaks really, really fast, and he don't shut up, and they try and talk, and he doesn't let them speak. He's rattled about what's happened. You know?
Of course he is. Yeah. Of course he is. Because you know why? I was saying this on, I can't remember whose show it was. Maybe it was a 2 Mark show. Big up to them as well. That wouldn't the biggest fuck you to Daniel Levy, right? To go and do what Spurs are doing now, like to literally go and spend the biggest money on the best players and consistently do that, because then that would literally there'd be there's nothing that Daniel Levy or anyone could say to say that Daniel Levy it would have done different if they'd given him the money or not, right? And I think it's like you see, it's kind of like a fuck you to say, oh, so we didn't want to spend the money, Daniel. All right, then we'll see. And then kind of, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Tonali has signed his contract. Where? I need to have the reveal.
We need the bomber right now.
Yeah. Tonali. Oh no, that's me. I'm looking. It says Tonali signs who's next, and it was my stream on Twitter. Chris has put out Eli Junior Krupe has confirmed his interest in a move to Tottenham. He's open to joining Spurs in the next few weeks. And look what he's put out, a picture of him in my shirt.
Who's done
that? Chris has done it. All these in the nose now. There's hundreds of them.
It could, Kate, it could be very, very soon that they announce Tonali, because Nicolo Sciarra was his name. The Italian journalist is saying that Tottenham are preparing their official statement to announce him shortly, and that was an hour ago. Wow. Announced Tonali. Yeah.
Wow, there's definitely nothing come out yet.
I'm just going to look on TalkSport.
No, there's nothing, Jim. I'm on Ornstein. I'm on Ramon. I've got my finger well and truly on the pulse here. still just saying the same thing. I do tend
Yeah,
to, we'll give it a 5 and see if anything comes out. Because they normally like to do it on the hour.
Yeah, that's true. They do. That'd be amazing. You'll have one up on Sean then if you get the bomber.
Yeah, Sean. I just hope the owners keep this up for more than one transfer window. They've got to. Every window they've got to add. They can point score they want if we keep getting good footballers as a result. What's this? Who said what the F Danny? So that's the plan to send an FU to Levy. What happened to egg in his house and sending shit in a box, like you said?
Oh. I would have done that. Genuinely would have done that.
The Spurs fans, Danny, that are moaning that we've overpaid and they're not happy.
Do you know what it is, Kate? You can never please everyone, and there's too many people that just want to moan. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest with you, my dad is like that, right? He's no matter what, he's a moaner, right? And it's the same as a lot of people. There's a lot of people that just they want to find something to moan about, something to be annoyed about, right? Whether or not it's because they don't see life in a more positive way, but it is a negative mindset, right? It's like, can't people just see what's actually happening in the present moment, right? And not worry about what's happened in the past? Because as you know, Kate, as well as and Jimbo, two prime examples of people that have changed and they're not who they were in the past, and it hasn't defined them who they are, right? So, like, but people just want to just stay negative purely because all the shit that's happened to Spurs in the last 25 years with the Levy as running the club, and maybe Enoch as well, not giving him the funds to do what they're doing now. But it's like they can't let go of it. It's like it's done, right? The past is the past. Look at what's happening right now. Of course, you have an element of like you have to kind of keep an eye on it, because are they going to repeat the same things again, or are they going to keep going forward with the kind of I don't know, structure and kind of ethos they've got now, and change their ways and keep going in that way? And I think me personally, I choose to believe they're going to keep going that way, because it's what I'm seeing in front of me is completely different to what I've seen in the last 30 years at Spurs.
Yeah.
Who cares what we pay, right? Who gives a shit?
Jim.
Who gives a shit as long as we get the players? And if you want the best players, you've got to cough up the money. If we would have sat there, right, haggling to pay 70, right, we might have lost him, Fernandes. If we'd have haggled and stayed at 80 and not gone above 80, 85 for Tonali, we might have lost him. They've gone in there and done what we've wanted them to do for years, and said, okay, you want 100 million, we give you 100 million. You want 85 million, we give you 85 million. You know,
if that was Daniel Levy, never would have happened.
Yeah, this is how big clubs work. Do you see City messing around? They wanted over 100 for Anderson. They've gone and paid it, and they've got their player, and that's why they've got 20 trophies in the last 10 years. Exactly, and that's what we need to do. So moaning about what we pay, who gives a shit? I said earlier, Danny, when I checked my bank balance this morning, nothing come out of it. So we got Tonali and Fernando. I didn't pay any towards it, so why would I give a shit?
Yeah, it's true. Do you know what? Jim's spot on. I think like, and do you know what? I've got to say, I've got a funny feeling that the Rafi guy who's coming from City, I think he's playing a massive part in how deals are negotiated now. I think he's not, and I think people, if you look at how Man City have done business in the last 10 years, he was the guy doing that business for them, like signing the deals, doing all the contract stuff. It was him, right? And look how Man City have like got deals done in the past, right? And they're continuing in the same way, whoever's doing it now. But we need that kind of mentality, because Daniel Levy was so backwards in his approach to progressing. I think everyone had the feeling that Daniel Levy took us so far and he was never going to go to the next level because he couldn't change his mindset. He would never change that mindset because that's his business mindset, right? And I think you need a different perspective, like to look at it and say, well, how can we do things differently? And I think it's showing at this moment that we have got a whole new direction, and just I hope it continues. And I don't care how much we spend. If we're getting the best players, I couldn't give a shit. If it means
Yeah.
Tottenham are going to challenge for titles and keep competing and getting better and better, I couldn't care less.
Yeah, I agree. And this is so true as well. The way the media and the fans and pundits were bigging up Arsenal for making that step and signing Declan Rice for 100 million. And yet when we do it, we don't know what we're doing. It's
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
When are fans? Well, what is this? When are fans ever worried about what a club pays for a player? If the club wants the player, right, and he's right for that manager, when was this a thing that we worry about what they pay? It's just get them in the door.
Yeah. Do you know what it is, Jimbo? It's I think people they're so used to Enoch and Levy failing us like time and time again, and then us spending money on rubbish players, big money on rubbish players, but not paying the wages still. I think it's burnt a lot of Spurs fans because they feel like, oh, if we've only got a certain amount of money, should we really be spending it on this? But from everything that's kind of the evidence we've seen, right, it looks like there's not even a dent in what we've got to spend. And if you look at the financials, we can go and spend another 200, 300 million pounds without even being a dent on top. And that's including like player sales, which we still got to include, right? We could make 150 to 200 million this window on player sales.
Yeah.
Like everything, if we add it all up. So that's another crazy thing in itself. So the fact that if we go and spend 400 million and we make 200 million or 150 million, if you look at the outlay, what we've spent, it's actually not a lot considering we went three windows without even signing a single player. Mm-hmm. And then if Ange's last season, the only recognized senior player we signed was Solanke. Like we've neglected for so long. So it's about time we're finally using the power that we have. And someone said it beautifully. I think Mark Sheriff said it. We're a sleeping giant, and it was a matter of if the club wanted to, they could start showing their muscle and start showing what they're made of. And I think they're starting to now, and I hope they continue.
Do you think
100%.
There's any part of Harry Kane that looks at what's going on here and thinks, I know a lot of people are talking about it because we all would love, obviously, Harry to come home. But do you think there's any part of him that's looking and thinking, wow?
I think he would want to, if it was me, right? If I was in Harry Kane's shoes, I would look at it and think, I need to see more, right? Because I think there is a part of him that would want to come back to the Premier League, but I don't think just yet. Maybe another 2 years. If he signs a new extension at Bayern Munich, I think after that extension, I think he'll come back to Spurs, right? Unless he goes to like a Barcelona, because there's reports that he might go that Barcelona are interested in him. So if he was to go there, I think he'll go and do 2 or 3 years out there. By the age of 35, he'll come back to Spurs and he'll play some kind of role. He might not be the striker, but by far he'll probably be one of the best number 10s in the league if Harry Kane comes into the squad. So look, I think Kane at some point will come back to Spurs. I do believe he will, but I don't think it will be yet. But look, if Spurs could pull off a Harry Kane, oh, we're fucking laughing, aren't we?
Oh my God! Do you know what?
He hasn't. They haven't come. Sorry, Kate.
I'll wet myself, Kate.
They said on Sky Sports that they're butting their heads with the new contract.
Yeah.
So who knows?
It could be an opportunity. It could be an opportunity. Like it depends. If he does, he want to go. Does he want to go to another league, like to Spain, and try and win titles there with one of the biggest clubs on the planet in Barcelona, or does he feel like maybe he's won a bit now in it depends on what his goal is. Like I've got a funny feeling Harry Kane wants to win the Champions League. So it's, for me, I see it as that, is he going to go to stay at Bayern Munich because he believes that they can win the Champions League? Because he's won everything domestically there now, right? Or does he go to another league and try and win things there domestically and then also compete in the Champions League with a team like Barcelona? Or does he think, right, well, maybe I want to try and do it with Spurs while I'm still in a prime of my career, and come back and break the Premier League record, but also try and help Spurs win the title. Because I think
Yeah.
I think winning a title with Spurs would mean more to him than winning it at Barcelona. I think he would love to win anything with Barcelona if he was to go to Barcelona, but I do think it would mean far more to him because he grew up as a kid through the Tottenham ranks. And if he was lifting the Premier League title with Spurs, I think that would be like career complete for him. The only thing I think he'd want more is a World Cup or a Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what
I mean,
Sonny said, didn't he? Winning a trophy with Spurs it beats anything he could have achieved. That's what he said.
Oh, Kane at PSG, they don't need him. Their strike force is unreal. Next time we see Kane is when he's a guest appearance on a stadium tour. Yeah,
What do you guys think about Kane? What do you guys think? Do you think he could come back? Maybe not this summer, but do you think he could come back?
Yeah, why
I
not?
think if he stays at Bayern for this next year, he could come back next year. Like we could be sitting here this time next year, providing that we're still settled. Hopefully, De Zerbi's still here and everything's progressing well. I think he could come back.
I think if we finish in Champions League positions and we challenge this year, like we finish in the top 4, not top 5, top 4, I think there's an opportunity for him to come back. Because if they go and spend another like couple $100 million next summer as well, which they can easily do, it shows the ambition that he's always wanted. And then with a manager like De Zerbi, and he knows a few people there already at Spurs who he's played with from international level or from the past at Spurs. Why not? I think it could happen. I agree. I'd love to see it. Like, could you imagine if we had a Krupi? I don't know. Say we had a Krupi and I don't know, Liao and a Gakpo, and then next season you go and get another midfielder and Harry Kane. It's like,
yeah,
you're laughing. You're laughing.
We're
winning a league.
Yeah, a lot of reports on it are saying watch out for Gakpo to Tottenham. I said it on Sean's the other day. I've just got a feeling that one's going to happen. Arsenal fans in the terrace were saying they want to try. They think Arsenal should test the resolve and try and get Harry Kane. I said he'd never ever go to use lot ever. Harry Kane to Arsenal? Can you imagine? Never going to happen.
He wouldn't do it. If he's going to go to anyone else in England, the only club I think he'd go to is maybe City or Man United, purely because Man United are Man United. If they're a global like powerhouse, regardless of what anyone says, it's Man United.
He won't go to anyone in England. He won't do it.
Maybe
no,
not.
I don't.
No,
I don't think so either. I'm not sure why Tottenham tweeted yesterday about Luka Vuskovic leaving, getting kicked out of the World Cup. It's like he's not our player anymore. See you later.
He never even played a competitive game, and it's just stupid, isn't it? It's so stupid.
Who did I interrupt? Who was going to say something and I interrupted him?
I can't remember. But I was going to ask you guys a question. I was going to say, do you think Kane stays at Bayern Munich with that in mind? I don't know when his contract expires.
Next year.
Oh, it is next year. What? So in the summer, so he's got 1 year left on his deal.
Yeah.
Woo. So he's all the powers in his hand then. So let me ask you this then: if Harry Kane doesn't extend his contract this year, does he come back to the Premier League in the summer, right, on a free transfer as well, which is nuts, right? Or does he choose to go to like a Barcelona or a Real Madrid or someone like that? Because Harry Kane on a free transfer, I think every single club on the planet is going to try and get him. Every big club anyway.
Go on, Jim.
What do you think? What do you think? Go on.
I think if this is what I really believe, that if we really put in a good performance in this season, right, and he goes on a free, I think he'll come back at home. But I think if we're not quite, if he doesn't think that he can win things with us, I think he'll go Barcelona. But I think if he believes that he can win stuff with us, if we keep going the way we're going, I think he'll come back home. Because I think the one regret he's got in his career is he hasn't won something with Tottenham.
Yeah, I think so. I think he'd love to win some trophies at Spurs. I think it'd mean so much to him to win a trophy with Spurs. Like, could you imagine if he comes home and he wins us the FA Cup? Like, it'd just be
Yeah.
fucking glorious.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Kate? Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think the same?
I kind of agree with Jimbo. I think if it looks like we're really up there competing, he'd come home. But like you say, if he's offered this, every club in the world is going to want this guy. I know that his family, his kids, and that are really, really happy in Germany. But I don't know. I mean, all his family is Spurs, so.
But see, the other thing you got to think with Kane is he's a very, very loyal person. So
Yeah, that's true. True.
It wouldn't surprise me if he signed an extension there, because he's look how he stuck with us for all the crap, and he stayed. And even when City wanted him, he stayed another year with us to see if we could change things. He was so loyal to us; it was unbelievable, And I don't think he would just walk out on Bayern. I don't think he would do that.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jim. I think the only thing is it does depend, because if they can't come to an agreement on a contract, then at the end of the year he is going to go on a free. And at the end of the day, he signed a contract, so he's not obliged to stay there, and he's done his contract, right? And I do agree with you. He's a very loyal person.
And he's not. I don't think he's money motivated, Danny.
No, definitely not. I mean, look, everyone who's at the elite level of sports like he is, they're going to be on the highest wages. So I think it does play a part.
But he's not going to take the piss.
No. I think with someone like Harry Kane, he's going to go where he truly believes he wants to play and where he believes he can win things with.
Yeah.
And I think if Tottenham finish top 4, just say even top 3, right? If they were to do that this season somehow, I think if the Zerbi speaks to him and he gives them the vision of what they're doing at Spurs, I think there's a very big chance that he could come back, purely because I think the manager's a massive pull, and I think that going by what we're doing now and smashing transfer records and this kind of stuff, that kind of mentality, he needs to know that that's going to happen and continue. Otherwise, he won't come back. He's got to think.
You've got to think as well, right, that he wouldn't want to leave it too long, because if he wants to break the Premier League record, it would have to be pretty sharp in doing it, wouldn't he? So
yeah, the next 2 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
Hotspur Lane is reporting that Tonali has now completed his medical and media duties at Tottenham. So yeah,
coming out soon.
The announcement should be soon. He suits a Spurs shirt, to be fair. Suits you, sir. I think he looks like Ricky Sacks. I don't know why.
He does. Yeah, he does. He does look like Ricky Sacks.
So yeah.
Tonali does look like Ricky Sacks. Bloody hell!
The thing is, the Premier League goal record. How far's Haaland? Is there a chance Haaland could break it, or do we not think he'll stay that long? I don't know what the record is. I can't remember. It's been that long since.
I don't know what the record is, but I think Haaland is not going to stay at City forever. I think he's even said this in his Dortmund days, that the other dream he has is to play for Real Madrid. And someone as big as Haaland, I think under Maresca, I think he's gonna. I don't know how long his contract's left, but under Maresca,
a long time left.
Yeah.
So then he might do. Haaland's only 20, was he 24, 25, 23, something like that. He's so young. Like, people forget how young Haaland actually is still. Like, he's so young. How old is Haaland?
He signed a massive contract at City, didn't he?
10 years, didn't he?
I think it was something.
He's 25. He's 25.
He signed a massive contract there.
He's 26 this month.
So maybe another year or so at City, and then he might go and fulfill his dream at Real Madrid. Sorry, because I think that's the only club he will go to. I don't think he'll go anywhere else.
So sorry, someone put if he looks like Ricky, and then the announcement will be late.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
That's so true.
Olsen Tonali's about to be unveiled. Everything will be done and dusted as soon as he's back from nipping into Ladbrokes. Naughty Cuba.
He's betting on Tottenham winning the league.
Look, I'm going to finish it there because otherwise we could be going forever waiting for it to come out.
I need to feed my dog.
I haven't eaten. Oh, I was going to say I haven't eaten. You need to feed the dog. So I'll have to reword that. Big up to Paul G and to James Bond for their member chats. The super sticker from Andy Bays. El Dante for the member chat. A user for the 2 what do you call them? Super chats, and Paul Langley for becoming a new member. Thanks to Danny for coming on. Danny,
thank you for having me. Loved it.
I was only going to go for 10 minutes, went for nearly another hour, but hey.
My bad.
You know what's happening? We've finished, and within 5 minutes, there'll be a bomber and Sean will be on. It happens when I go live.
Yeah. He'll do it as soon as they go live, won't he?
Fucking straight away. When are we back, Jimbo?
Whenever you want. I'm excited to stream every day at the minute. I love it.
I know. Well, we may do a short. We'll be back Monday at the latest. We might be back over the weekend. We shall see what occurs.
Yeah, what occurs if we get another bomber, we'll be straight back on.
I know, in and out. Good morning, Dan. We're just finishing, but good morning to you over in Alaska.
Morning.
I'd love to go there. It's one of the places on my bucket list to visit. I'd love to go there. Just my sort of temperature that I like. Freezing bloody cold. Has Danny's bun melted off in the heat?
No, it's
still there, isn't it, Danny? You haven't cut it out. It's still there. He hasn't cut it off. Listen, enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Enjoy your weekend if we don't see you. Jimbo, do you want to end the show?
We're winning the league. Don't worry about top 4. I've changed my mind. I'm leaving here and I'm putting a £5 on us to win the league. I've made my mind up. I'm being too negative saying top 4. We are back. 3 more big signings to come in, and all the other teams are going to be shitting their pants when they come to YR Lane. We are going to be champions.
I'm watching football on YouTube with Kate and Jimbo. We got good vibes going on in the studio. On my fantasy team is just me and you. And the wheels fall off and you crash right through. Then you wonder why.